Hey everybody, it's FN2188 here. I'm going to be reviewing a very recent pickup of mine, the Deathwatch Mandalorian. I hear a lot of good things about this figure. I couldn't really pass on it when I saw this. Check your local GameStops. They should be getting in a lot of good figures from time to time. Sometimes they stock at random, but they should be pretty good with that kind of stuff. Also, before we get into this, I'm just going to apologize beforehand. This camera is acting up. It's going to focus on very random things, and it will probably zoom in and zoom out. So yeah, that's going to be pretty annoying. Also, I have a couple of 3D printed Super Battle Droids, so I could start posing this guy with one of them. There's just a lot that you can think of when it comes to having a background, more of a troop builder Mandalorian for your shelf. So without further ado, let's just get into this. As you can tell, this is the Mandalorian big box window right here on the side as well. We have the sandy orangish color for the Mandalorian characters. A beautiful image of the character on the side over here. He is number 21 of the characters from the Mandalorian. Another image of him and a quick bio. On the side, nothing. Bottom, all this stuff. Top, just another window. I've never been a fan of opening these ones from the top. Alright, so getting them out of the package, there is a lot of different stuff going on with this guy, surprisingly. But before I get into that, I'm just going to get into his accessories. Alright, so his first accessory that I'm going to look at is the blaster. As you can tell, it has a little bit of brown on the handle. Looks like to be a unique sculpt. I'm pretty sure this is a unique sculpt. Not any of my other figures have this one, and it's a lot different than the one that we've got with Mandalorian or Boba Fett. Second accessory I'm going to look at is the longer blaster rifle. This one is a somewhat common design for Mandalorians, but this also feels a little bit more unique to the figure. Yes, it's a different sculpt from the original Boba Fett's one, but I'll be looking at other comparisons later. This is all cast in a grayish black color. There's not really much detail when it comes to paint. I might hit this with a paint marker. His final accessory looks to be this jetpack. It looks a lot like the original Jango Fett's jetpack. It might be a different sculpt. I'm not sure right now. I have on me the gaming grates. Obviously, it's a different sculpt for this one. If you're wondering if this would fit onto the back of this, maybe if you got the gaming grates and you don't want to spend the extra $50, the blue is a different shade, but you can peg it in. Just that these ones up here, these little rectangular ones, these will not fit in. I wonder if you could put flame effects in here. Jetpack is pretty self-explanatory. Line it up, peg it in. Unlatch the holster. I have to take the jetpack off to make it easier. Feels to be a pretty snug fit, but once you get that around, that holds in pretty well. The Mandalorian appears to be an almost completely new sculpt. This piece right here is very soft. It's a very rubbery overlay, and this helmet seems a little bit shorter than other helmets tend to be, and a little bit wider in return. The sculpt very well captures the character, and I honestly think this is one of the best sculpts they've done for an armored character, especially a Mandalorian. As you can tell, it looks like there is a head mold under there, but getting closer to it, you can see that it's molded into the helmet. It's just kind of there to make it look like there is a head under there. Unlike the actual Stormtrooper, which does have a headpiece under there just glued in. The detail on this figure is incredible, even though it's pretty simplistic. It's just blue armor with markings and even a little bit of dents and weathering. The symbol here on the side looks really clean, and it primarily does the helmet. But I don't know if this is on anybody else's figure. Here, let me see if this will focus. I have this weird dot here, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there or if that's paint. So looking at the character, it is supposed to be there. So that is accurate, so if anybody's like wondering if that is paint like I was. Alright, so getting into articulation. His neck seems to be connected at 2 points. I forgot what those are called, but he has the neck that's balled into the body while also having a bar coming up to the head. So because of that, it allows him to look this much down, and he has pretty good up. Swivel all the way around. He has really good tilt. He has a smoothly articulated antenna that moves up and down. Be careful when swiveling the arm all the way around. He has a ring that covers his arm, but it should be possible. Because this is a floating piece, His arm can get up to about there. Single jointed elbows allow him to swivel his arm. It comes out to about 90. A little bit of up and down on a trigger finger. Can move all the way around with his waist. Not much forward, but pretty good back. On the side without a holster, his leg kicks up to about here. Because of the butt sculpt, he does not kick back far at all, but he can kick out to the side really well. Single jointed knee only allows him to kick back this much, but he can swivel pretty well. Ankle goes back pretty far, forward not at all, and rocker. Now that that's out of the way, let's get some comparisons. Here he is next to 3 other unique Mandalorian sculpts. Here he is next to the updated Stormtrooper body. In all honesty, I think this is one of the best decisions Hasbro has made as a figure. It's a very interesting and new mold that could easily be subbed into any Clone Wars display too. I highly appreciate Hasbro's effort when making this figure. This is definitely one that they wanted to get right, or at least got right at the very end. It's a very good figure, but as somebody who's not a super big Mandalorian and all that collector, it's still worth the purchase. So if you ever see one of these bad boys on a peg, why not consider it? I hope you guys enjoy the review, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.